Hello everyone and welcome to what might be the best game I will ever play. The game is called Cateau, as you can see. It is about cats. All I know is that obviously it places in Paris, and it's about these three cats. There's only two on the thing, but I'm pretty sure it's about three cats that you can collect throughout the game. And you have to see how many you can collect. So my goal is to, well, collect them all, obviously. So let's get started. What is your name? My name is Razzie, obviously. Yes. Paris is truly a sight to behold. I can't get used to it, even having lived here for most of my life. The sign parting the city into the smell of baked goods in the morning and the buildings filled with history. Even so, living here alone could maybe be a bit mundane, but I don't have to. I share an apartment with my old friend Roselle, who studies veterinary medicine of some sort. I don't get to spend much time with her, as my job's working the evening shift at a small newspaper. Speaking of which, I ought to let her know that I'll be heading to the office for the night in a bit. Warning, I'm very bad at reading, okay? I'm not good at English. I knock on her door, waiting a few seconds before entering. English is my first language, I'm just not good at it. Hey Ro, how are you doing? I'm alright, Razzie. And you? So this is Roselle. I'm not gonna say anything. All good, just wanted to let you know I'll be leaving for work in a few. Ask about the school. Well, obviously they haven't been to school. I don't know what hour it is, but it looks pretty light, so I'm assuming they haven't been to school, so let's ask about their day. So, what have you been up to? Not much. School? I said don't ask about school. Yeah. Worked from home, obviously. Ask if she wants to go somewhere this week and ask if I can help clean it. Well, this one seems a bit rude. So, what is she? Did we mention this? Is she a vet? This looks like the Sims 4 vet owner pants, if you know what I'm talking about. Let's just ask if she wants to go somewhere. Wanna hang out? You know what? It's a really nice outside, and we haven't even gone out for a coffee together. We should totally do so this weekend, when we're both free. Well, it has been a while. You know you want to. Some fresh air will feel nice. Maybe. I might have to study, so no promises. She glances at the clock above the door behind me. Wow, she hates me. Roselle hates me. Why are we living together if she just wants me gone? Shouldn't you be going soon? You'd wind up late in not too long, right? I'm good on time, actually, but it might be time to break it off. You might be right. I'm off then. Salute. I'll pass by the baker's too. Is there anything you'd like? No, I'm good. Who gets asked that question says no? Anytime my mother asks me, hey, you want some from the bakery? Yes, I do. Not just my mother, anyone. Anyone could ask me that. I'm gonna say yes. I love the bakery so much. Oh my god. Alright, then see you. I don't know if I said that yet, but... I leave her to her own and head for the door. Before leaving, I pat my pockets and realize I'm forgetting something. Ro, have you seen my keys? The ones with the cork? You have more than one key thing? Okay, well. Have you looked in the kitchen? I check and find them on the countertop. I always forget to check there. Good thing she still keeps tabs on me, even if things are different now. Background story, what does that mean? Things are different now. What does that mean? What happened? Thanks, bye. Man, how lucky am I to have a view like this going to work? I mean, you get to see a mermaid with boobs, so... I don't know if that's the best view. Yeah! I think to myself as my feet patter against the rounded stones of the old towpath. Towpath? Okay. In the shade by the wall, I spot a cat, looking every bit as scruffy as the water looks serene. Oh. Oh, Roselle'd love to see this, if she were here. She always used to chase after cats, patiently gain their trust, and befriend them like some kind of cat whisperer. Okay, Roselle, cat whisperer. But I'm a better cat whisperer than you'll ever be. Whenever successful, which was almost always, she'd memorialize the occasion by having a picture taken, like a big game hunter of old posing with her quarry. Right. I kind of miss that side of her. Maybe a picture of my own would remind her of the good old days. The thought stops me in my tracks, and I study the cat in question. It's just sitting there, gazing over the water, as if saying, "Yep, I rule this place." That's what all cats do, to be fair. Which, in fairness, it probably did by the looks of things. Looking at the time, I noticed that I have plenty of it. I could at least try to get her a picture. What could possibly go wrong, after all? But how should I approach? I'm not going to sneak up on the cat. Well, I just met the cat. I'll let it know I'm there, so it knows I'm not trying to murder it. Sorry, it's raining right now. Better take it slow here. Slow and steady wins the race, and after all, I'm not the sorceress cat whisperer Roselle. I need to see these skills in action, Roselle. Show me, now. I would hate to spook it now, from what was clearly even to me, a favourite spot of theirs. Not that this cat looks particularly skittish, it has a very proud bearing. Hello there, kitty. I speak softly, closing the distance. When I'm merely a few meters away, it gives me a casual glance out of the corner of its eye. I get the idea and stop. Satisfied with my response, it resumes watching over the still water. I could easily just take a picture of the cat's back and call it a day, but my professional pride berates me for even considering such a notion. It may not be the cuddliest cat in the world, but I will get a photo one way or another. Wait for the right moment. I'm not going to toss a rock. Like in the water or just like at the cat. No, that's just rude. Close the distance. I don't know what that means. Wait for the right Wait for the right moment. Oh, they're smiling. It's good. The cat seems to rather enjoy the view of the water. Ever so slowly I walk up to the edge, maintaining a respectful distance to the cat and sitting down with my legs crossed. The late summer's evening is sun shrouding the city in a pink glow, not even the faintest breeze disrupting the mirror-like surface on the water. Was that purring? I glanced at the cat. It's basking in the sun with closed eyes, savouring the warmth. The moment is here. With careful, deliberate movements, I fish my phone out of my pocket and lean in for a picture. The picture perfectly captures the serenity of the scene. Not wishing to disturb the cat any longer, I get up and walk away. Oh, my eyes! What if I had epilepsy? God damn it. Jesus. The reply comes through so fast, it feels like I got it before I even sent the message. That's a gorgeous photo. That cat looks like a stray. How did you manage to get so close? Well, Roselle, the cat whisperer, you're not all that, okay? I also know the ways of cats. Tell me. I just took my time with it. I took a page from your book. Gotta learn from the best. Haha, the best? I wouldn't go that far. But thanks. Did it take long to get to that point? Not really. It didn't seem to mind me being in the vicinity, as long as it could keep a track of me, and I did nothing hasty. Stray cats are often chill if you don't bother them. Be careful though, they can be unpredictable. Kinda got that vibe, yeah. I will be. Almost forgot. Thanks for the picture. I think I'll make that my new home screen on my phone. Good chat, Ro, but I think I need to hurry up now. Lost more time than I thought here. That was such a fake laugh. Go to work. What am I? Journalism? I journalize? I'm a journalist, that's the word. I'm smart. Oh, goofy music. Work went by as usual, and it was over in no time. Dawn is lurking around the corner as I'm heading for the bakery. All the little shops are closed, but the bakers are already at their battle stations churning out their goods for the breakfast rush and the coming day. Thanks to having friends in high places, also known as the owner, I'm allowed to sneak in through the back door and get my grubby hands on the bread early. Why are my hands grubby? What was I doing at my journalism job? Roselle said she didn't want any, but I'll get her some just in case she changes her mind. Besides, you can never have too much bread. Oh, it's so cute. As I leave the bakery with my precious baked goodness, I notice a cardboard box next to the door, which apparently is the residence of a charmingly fat cat inside. Sorry, delay on reading that because I think I got cat hair up my nose. Yeah, I own 2 cats, by the way, and their hair gets everywhere. Oh my god. Clearly it's being cared for to some extent, as the floor is draped with a cozy-looking blanket and someone's made a little roof to keep the rain out. Is there a new tenant on the street, or am I just selectively blind? It's always been there. I can't recall. Looking around the nearby areas, strangely littered with glass jars too. Yeah, is that a jar of olives, by the way? I think it is. Inspired by the success of the earlier cat encounter, I decide to add to win further glory by attaining a second triumphant moment, one to make Roselle the cat whisperer proud. I drop my bag and crouch down next to the sleeping cat, or what I thought was a sleeping cat. Ah! It's a trap! It opens its eyes and looks down at me lazily. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to do much. Pet head. Oh, it's smiling. Those chubby cheeks appear to be destined for cuddling. Testing the waters, I tentatively reach out with my hand, but meet no resistance. I caress its head and it peacefully closes its eyes. It looks like a smile, appearing content. A soft purr follows, and an outstretched paw closes and opens gently. Oh, it's making biscuits. I'm not gonna pet that paw, that's kind of weird. Scratch the chin. When I unwittingly touch the cat's chin, it presses against my hand. I remove my hand and look at it quizzically. The cat looks back at me with steady eyes, with that oddly satisfied face of a person who knows they'll get what they want. Me. Difference being, this is a cat. Hesitantly, I reach back under the chin and yet again it pushes my hand. Finally, catching onto this advanced form of communication, I give it a good scratch and see the grin-like face of an excessively happy cat. Look how cute they are. The rumbling purring could probably be heard all over town, while the cat bobs along my movements. After a while, I grow tired of the whole affair and stop. There's cuddling, and then there's spending a whole day standing in the back of an alley. Fair. Aww. The cat jumps down to stroke its body against my knees, persistently asking for more cuddles. I can feel the tiredness lurking. My mental image of my bed is calling me home, but instead I would appear to have been confiscated by this cat. Every time I make an effort to get going, it gets in the way of my feet, causing me to nearly trip over in order to avoid stepping on the cheeky bugger. I almost said burger. Just take the cat with you. While Ro's not here, she could still have a good laugh at my expense if I nab that picture. The conundrum remains, however, how to get enough space to do the nabbing of said picture. Try the selfie camera, stand up. I'm not going to push the cat away. Try the selfie camera. Maybe I don't need to create distance. I fumble with my pocket as I continue petting the cat with the other hand. In the position I'm sitting, it's difficult to get it out of my pocket, and I struggle for a moment. Finally, I prevail against these unsurmountable odds and place the camera in front of us, and snap a bunch of photos, hoping that at least one wouldn't be a blurry mess of disaster. I go through them quickly, and there is one close-up picture of the cat's face that didn't end up looking like the photo was taken from inside of a tumble dryer. It will have to make do. A few more cuddles later, I manage to extricate myself from the situation and start off in the direction of home. Oh, again. Aw. Cute. Cracked phone. While perhaps not the best interaction on my part, this picture turned out kind of great. Wow, how did you manage to take this one? After many trials, tribulations, I managed to nab it in the end. That and approximately 42,372 others that turned out rubbish, but that's besides the point. I bet. Did you get along well? Kind of, not bad, not great. I don't think I was thinking of trying to feed it. That could work, just don't give it raw fish or something. That can make it sick. Well, obviously, Roselle, I'm not stupid. Don't worry, I won't. I know you're Roselle the cat whisperer and everything, but, you know, I'm not stupid, okay? I know. Don't feed your cat raw fish. Come on now. What a day. Keychain rattling in my hand, I unlocked the door, shutting it behind me. Dumping the bag on the floor by the wall and trudging on over to the kitchen for a bite to eat before bed. I trundled past Rose's door. Shut as always. Just a faint blue light leaking through the door frame. She must be on the laptop again. Finally, arriving at the counter, I have myself a few pieces of fresh loaf before dragging myself into the living room and to the TV. Flopping into the couch, I watch whatever happens to be on, lazily munching away. There's a documentary on about life on the African savannah. It'd be just her thing. After a few minutes of deliberation, I get up, going over to Rose's room, and gently knock on her door. Hey Ro, you up? Yeah, Razzie, what's up? Ask her to come watch TV. Can I come in? Sure. Why don't you come hang out with me? There's a wildlife special on. There's lions and everything, just like we always used to catch. There's a few moments of silence. I'd rather not. I want to be alone. Knowing when not to overstay my welcome, I wish her good night before gently closing the door and heading back to the couch. Go to sleep. She looks so sad all the time. She clearly hates me. I don't know why we live together. Like, why won't you love me, Roselle? I'm good, I promise. Well, I hope you know that, because we're living together. Da-da-da. Never having been one for sitting around, come afternoon, I treat myself to a walk. Some might think that walking is a bit of a peculiar treat, but in a city like Paris, it really is. Do I not have a car? There's always something beautiful to see, something exciting to discover. I've been walking around this city, virtually, for every day for years, and it still never bores me. On the contrary, it helps dislodge writer's block and distract me from other woes. One of the streets and spots I will always come back to, though, is this old little street passing by the small park. The trees happen to make for a great spot to just get away from the sun on a hot day, an added bonus. Suddenly, I spot an orange fuzz in the periphery, and I instinctively know it's a cat. It's funny the things that you notice once you're actively looking for them. Well, it's either that or I've been afflicted with cat-engineered nanomachines altering my perception, which in all honesty is a touch likely. Aww! Rather than a fully grown cat, this one's a mere kitten, playing with the leaves beneath the tree. Oh, it's scared! Playtime is disrupted, however, when a pedestrian tramples by, startling the little creature. After having taken cover by the tree for a while, it tentatively returns to its games, soon blissfully distracted. I'd love to join in, but I don't want to frighten it again either. Sneak in, I'm gonna let it know I'm getting closer. Considering how that person storming by scared the little thing, I should probably let it know I'm approaching beforehand, so that I don't scare it again. I walk closer, careful, with slow, deliberate movements, quietly calling out to it. Hey, little friend, don't be afraid. Turns out kittens don't do well on the whole hearing comprehension front, and it curls up into a small nervous bundle. Don't be afraid, I'm a friend. I stopped for a while, giving it some time to realize that I wasn't going to stampede by or do it any harm. Clearly anxious due to my presence, I need to do something to break the ice. Tell it about your day. I'm not going to pet it scared of me. I'll just tell about my day, I guess. Maybe I can get across friendliness through casual conversation. I go on to tell the kitten about my day, the cat in the canal, my night shift at work, and about the other cat by the cafe. This is all in one day? What the heck? I thought I went to sleep. While facing in the general direction of the cat, I don't look at it directly, trying to communicate that I'm no threat to it. Oh, I cast a quick glance at it, and the kitten is watching me carefully, but seems less withdrawn, more curious. I'm gonna play with it. Oh, it's excited. Well, it's obviously a rather playful sort. Maybe that'll help me befriend it. The tree beside us has kindly enough dropped a twig on the ground that looks like it could double as a cat toy. Picking it up, I give it a try, drawing a figure of 8 in the air. But I've never played with a cat. Sure, it can't be too complicated, but how should I go about it? It is still a question that needs answering. I'm gonna avoid sudden movements. With the kitten being easily scared, I feel like it would be detrimental to be too aggressive. Instead, I start with the stick some ways off, slowly and carefully, adding speed while changing directions. The kitten's eyes are soon set on the tip of a twig and following it curiously. With the kitten's attention, I dare to go closer, and the stick passes by. It swats after the stick with its paw. Another gentle swoosh of the stick and the kitten jumps in, chasing the toy to its full extent. Look how excited they are. It pounces on it and holds it down with its claws. I let it have its victory before carefully jiggling it out of its grip. The kitten's eyes are brimming with light. It is something Roselle must see. I fumble with my free hand as I continue to distract the kitten with the twig. I manage to get hold of my phone, turn the camera on, and get the picture taken. Instead of taking my leave right away, we play some more, but a group of loud youngsters startle it again, and it scurries off. Screw you, loud youngsters. I'd love to meet it again. Oh. Oh. Let's go. We just got introduced to each of the 3 cats, and I am determined to win every single one of them over. Okay. Oh. Whoopsie. With not a small sense of pride, I relay the brilliant image to Ro. Clearly, I am not the only one to recognize its quality. Hello? Bro. I know this game contained lag. That has to be the cutest thing I've seen in ages. I know, never spent as much time with cats or other critters as you have, but it's easier to see the appeal now. They're lovely, aren't they? Such an adorable little kitten, with the bell and everything. I wish I had a cat like that. Reminds me of my first one when I was a kid. Well, Roselle, you will be having this cat soon, because I'm gonna go get it for you. I'm gonna get all of them for you, okay? If that cat was anything like this one, it's easy to understand your obsession. I'll be home soon. I can see her begin to type, then stop, erase, and then type again. Why does Roselle hate me? Like, what? I didn't do anything. This goes on for a little while, until the word okay show. Okay, that's all I get? Are you serious? A bit underwhelming maybe, but at least I roused her for a little while. I don't know if that's the right choice in words, but sure. Oh, the messy room again. When I get home, I enter Rose's room. I just wanted to let you know I'll be visiting the bakery lunchtime tomorrow. I need to grab a cake for Rico from work's birthday. If you want to come along, I'm sure the cat'll be there. I think I'd rather stay here. They say it's going to be very hot out tomorrow. But if you do see it, you know the rule, right? Right. When you see a cat for a second time, you must name it. I remember. I'll head out again and go to work soon. Good luck. Thank you, Roselle, the cat whisperer. When down by the canal, I keep an eye out for the scruffy cat, but I don't run into it again. Go to work. Work turns out like usual, pretty uneventful. Guys, my in real life cat is like right next to me and she's making biscuits. Hello. She's in the zone. After some well-deserved sleep, I head out to grab that cake. To be honest, I'm more excited at the chance of seeing the cat again than to celebrate my coworker. I should get the cat something. It looks like one that would appreciate something edible. I take a quick detour to a grocery store, and I find myself quickly in the small pet aisle. I have no idea what the cat likes, and the picture of the jars littered around the bed popped in my mind. Maybe they have contained something like it, but I can't remember what the label had. What should I buy? Didn't I point out that there was a jar of olives on the thing? I mean, none of these things come in jars. Like, olives are the only things that come in jars. Like, cat treats usually come in, like, packets, like plastic packets, sometimes a box. Shrimp, you get in, like, plastic bag. So, olives. Oh, he's smiling. It's good. It had kind of looked like an olive jar. No, it had to have been an olive jar, but it feels like a very weird thing to give a cat. On the other hand, Ro likes them, and she's approximately half cat, so maybe. Okay. I find a jar of sliced green olives. They feel like a suitable size. As backup, I buy a small package of cat treats as well. Wouldn't hurt my chances. And we're back here. See, it is olives. When I reach the bakery, I find the cat resting in its makeshift bed. Good afternoon, kitty. The cat raises its head and lets out a heavy, drawn-out yawn, exposing a line of long teeth. It blinks slowly at me as I reach out with my hand to pet its head. Roselle sends her regards. She has sent me here with the intention of gifting you a name. Well, I feel like Olive is like the only right name to give this cat since it likes olives. You know, it looks like an olive. These cats don't have genders. It's 2025, come on. So, Olive can be a guy or a girl name. So, Olive. You can call him Oliver if he's a boy. Olivia if they're a girl, you know. It works out. What do you think about Olive? I think it suits you. Olive meows. I'll take that as a vote in favor of my suggestion. But back to the issue at hand. Will Olive enjoy the olives? Let's see. After a brief struggle, I get the lid off the jar, the characteristic pop drawing Olive's attention. Ha. Okay. Getting one out of the jar, I offer it to the cat. Olive strokes its cheek against my hand. It flops onto its back, tapping at the olive with its paw. I bring the olive closer, and it taps it again, like a food critic inspecting meal's qualities. Yes, this is what I, too, as well, do before I eat. Anybody say I'm at a restaurant, okay? They hand me my food, I will be tapping it to inspect the qualities. Because, story time, once I went to a restaurant, and did I tell this story already? I can't remember. I think I may have. Anyways, I'm going to tell it again, in case I haven't. Once I went to a restaurant, and I had fries. Yellow fries. Guess what I found on those fries? Blonde hair. Couldn't see them, ate the fries, and then... yeah. Disgusting. I'm like about to throw up just thinking about it. Anyways, let's move on. Hope I didn't make you throw up everywhere with that story. Then with a smooth, slow motion, it takes the olive and eats the whole thing. I never would have believed cats could like these things, but Olive just ate one. The cat sniffs around, scanning the air for more olives to devour. Oh! When it realized that there's certainly more in this jar of mine, it pulls out every trick in the hustler's cat handbook. But I have a better idea. If it enjoys these things so much, why not make Olive work for them? Now what should I attempt to teach Olive? High five, sit pretty, talk. Well, I feel like, my cat knows how to high five. I mean, kind of. Like, he's not really high-fiving. He would just go to smack the air, and I would put my hand in there, and then he'd just start smacking my hand. So, it's kind of like high-fiving. I think I have a video I can show you if I want to pull it up. if I feel like it. We'll see though. High five! Smiley. Olive has already tapped my hand with its paw to get its snack, so I feel like the basics are already there. I enclose the morsel in my hand and extend it. Olive sniffs my hand and tries to reach it, but when it can't, it sits down and reaches out its paw. When it touches my hand, I reward the cat with its treat. I repeat the action, and Olive, clearly at least almost as quick thinking as spherical, catches on to intricals of my tap my hand, get tasty food. Why is this game have so many annoying words I need to pronounce? However, whatever's worth doing is worth doing properly. So many tongue twisters. High fives are no exception. I place another between my fingers, leaving my palm empty. Olive still taps it, gets the prize before waiting patiently whilst I reload with the treats. This time I try to say high five before extending my hand, then removing the bounty from sight. Olive pats the hand again, gazing expectantly upon it, only to be surprised when my other hand is still rewarding it. Okay. That is a sad face. You know, this is actually probably like the closest representation of my resting face. This is why so many people in real life don't want to talk to me, because this is just what I look like all the time. I'm not death glaring you. It's just my face. What do you want me to do with it? Do you want me to be all smiley like the smiling girl from the Emojis movie? Like, no. We repeat this a number of times, and while I doubt that my voice command does much, as the cat most likely just takes the visual cue, I'm very proud of the results. I pet Olive on the head, infusing my tone with an affectionate lilt as I praise the cat. However, there are factors to consider, such as Olive seemingly not lacking food, and that I might end up overfeeding the little fellow. A cuddle couldn't do any harm, though. Belly rubs. I know he's a really nice cat, but I'm not going to do the belly rub because I'm going to die. Massage? Massage what? Just scratch the cheeks. Not the butt cheeks, the face cheeks. Those puffy cheeks look fit for a good scratching. Using the tip of my finger, I gently scratch its cheek before moving to scratching it just behind the jaw. Okay. Olive clearly approves, a humming purr radiating from a very pleased cat. It angles its head to give me better access, and the scratching continues for a few moments before it turning its head to the other side, and the process is repeated. Olive's purrs slowly grow more quiet until it drifts off into a nap, its head resting against my hand. Ever so carefully, I lower its head onto a bundle of the blanket bedding, succeeding in doing so without waking Olive up. I realized that I had already spent so much time with Olive that I had intended, and I needed to pick up that cake already. Hesitantly, I give Olive a last pat on the head before saying my goodbyes and escaping into the bakery. It's bustling with more activity than usual. Are they moving out? The cat's going to be left here alone. Oh no. When the owner scurries by, I receive great news. The business has been going well, but they were moving to a bigger place not too far. I knew it. I knew they were abandoning the cat. I congratulate her, apologize for not having much time to chat before taking my leave, cake in hand. Are you not going to ask about the cat? What's going to happen to the cat? I need one of these pillows, by the way. Like, they're very pretty. Is this supposed to be a TV or a painting? Oh no, that's a TV. I'm sorry, I'm silly. I'm home. Unlike the usual silence, Ro calls for me. Oh shit. Razzie, can you come over for a minute? When she had been the one to call out for me. That's something I haven't considered being a possibility in a very long time. I walk over to her room. Oh, she looks better. Yes? Roselle plays with her hand as if she's unsure how to bring up the subject. Thank you for the photos. They were nice. However... Yes? That kitten. Was there anyone with it? No, it was alone, I think. Isn't that strange? For a kitten to be alone, I mean, I had a collar. I didn't say it before, but like I had a collar. I guess, but it had a collar, so it might just live nearby? She doesn't look convinced. She just wants the cat for herself. Rizelle, the cat whisperer, is stealing all the cats. She is a target of the cat distribution system. Sorry, she's not a target. She's not a target to the cat distribution system. She's using us because we're the target of the cat distribution system, and she's using us to get to the cats so she can make an evil cat army. I've cracked the case, Your Honor. Cracked the case. Just saying. Anyways. You know what? I'll see if I can spot it on my walk and make sure. That would be great. I'll be off then. Do you want to come and see it? No, do you want to come and see the cat? I can see how she considers it. Yeah, considering face. How her brows furrow and her eyes trace the crevices of the floorboards. It might get scared with yet another stranger around. Best you go alone. Scared of frightening it? That's not an excuse I've heard from Rizelle, the great cat whisperer. Okay. Maybe this case is a little bit more delicate, but it's not like the kitten trusts me either. However, if she doesn't want to, I can't force her. I'll just do my best then. Wish me luck! Good luck! Empowered by her blessing, I head off. Okay. Just before leaving, I put the cake in the fridge and make my way to the old pedestrian street again. Okay. Who are we gonna see this time? That means orange cat, right? Ginger? I'm surprised to see the kitten sitting next to the tree, just like it had the other day. It feels strange to find such a young cat out here all alone. I would like to have a closer look at its collar, as it might have a number or address on it. Jump scare. The kitten is sitting next to the tree trunk, looking at the passers-by. It looks healthy, so someone must be feeding it at least. I really hope that I'm just overthinking it. From our last meeting, I know that I should be careful when I approach it, no sudden movements or sounds that will scare it. Having made my approach, I speak to it softly to get its attention. Hey little friend, we need a proper name for you too, don't we? Oh. There's a few options. There's the obvious Belle. Could name them Belle. Could name them Ginger. Or we can name them like something to do with the color blue, like because of its piercing blue eyes. But I feel like people will hear the name and then be like, so you're not talking about a Russian blue? I feel like Ginger. Yes. My cat is very immersed in what I'm saying. She's making eye contact. Oh, she ran away from me. I think just Ginger. Why am I overthinking this? It's a game. It doesn't matter. Ginger! Olive and Ginger. Ginger, what do you think of that? The kitten glances at me with the big eyes, which I decide to be in approval. This reminds me that I still have cat treats in my pocket. Maybe Ginger will like them. But I'm not the only one with eyes for the kitten. A kid separates from his mother's hand to chase the kitty. Ginger runs away, but in my direction. I can't let it get away. Follow the kitten, stop the kitten. I'm gonna follow the kitten, not just like, what am I doing? Putting my foot out and gonna go trip over the little bastard? No. Sorry I called you a bastard. It's just how I talk. Follow the kitten. It's probably for the best to let it run. The kid's caught by his mother, so I don't have to worry about him anymore. I follow the kitten around the corner and find it hiding in a doorway. Its body is pressed against the corner, and its eyes watch me carefully. The ordeal has gotten me pretty close. Maybe I have a chance here? Throw a treat to it, closing it. Throw a treat. Oh, smiley. Well, there's no twigs to use for play, and even if there were, I'm not sure that'd be a good idea. Maybe a bite to eat would help the little creature feel at ease? This situation isn't exactly what I'm used to, but I believe in the versatile powers of food. I crouch down and toss a treat carefully, so it lands next to the kitten. It snaps its eyes on the new object and sniffs the air. When it's convinced it won't move again, it sneaks up on the treat and eats it. When finished, it sniffs around the ground for more. I throw another one, and the projectile makes Ginger shy away before quickly returning to eat the food. I throw the treats closer and closer to me so Ginger can get within reach. However, Ginger becomes aware of that and grows more careful approaching the treats, backing away when it has grabbed it. It's a slow process, but I get the kitten close enough. Grab it, try to feed it out of hand. I slowly pick out a few treats and place them on my palm. I extend my hand slightly in front of me, making sure the kitten can see them. Ginger looks at them, but hesitates, so I throw one of them halfway between us. The kitten crouches down and sneaks up to the treat, carefully watching me. After snacking on the nearest treat, it looks curiously at my hand, stretching its head out. It takes a reluctant step towards me, and I have to stay completely still. Movementless like a statue, a gargoyle on Notre Dame theme. I don't know. Or maybe not a gargoyle. They come to life, right? Yes, they do. As Ginger gets closer, it grows more braver and walks up the last small steps to smell my hand. I feel like its whiskers tickle my fingertips, but I stay still as a mountain. The Ginger takes the first treat, and I can clearly hear it snap as it bites into it. One after another, the treats disappear until my hand is empty. Greedy little thing. I know Ginger won't like it, but I'll still have to grab it to check its collar. My hand eases closer and picks the kitten up. I quickly press it against my chest to stabilize it. Ginger tenses up as soon as I touch it, but it feels slightly calmer after a few seconds in my bosom. In my bosom? Inside? Okay, sure. There you go, such a good kitty. I try to soothe the kitten and gently stroke it with my thumb. When it is calm, I place it on my lap to check the collar. Ginger meows, and I find a phone number that I write down on my phone. When that is done, I loosen my grip and stroke the kitten gently to make it forget my manhandling. Then I have to let it go, and Ginger scurries away, but I don't think we are back on square one. I leave some treats on the ground in case it comes back, and leave. Are we gonna see Scruffington the cat now? No, we're back home. As soon as I get home, I walk into Rose's room. I got a number. Ginger had one on its collar. Oh, and I followed your rule. I named it. I also forgot to mention that I named the bakery cat as well. It's Olive. What are we waiting for? Call it. I type in the number and let the signals go by. They go on for longer and longer. No answer? Doesn't appear so. I'll have to try again later. Well, keep me updated. I will. Go to work. I try to call a few more times. Eventually, I give up and head out for work. I think this is the scruffy cat area. There are slow news days, and then there's dead news days. This music is way too loud. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a bit better. I need to get something published today, or my boss will get on my case. I think I've said this before, but I bet you any money it's going to be about stray cats. Might as well have a stroll and see if I can find at least something worth writing about. The city, beautifully lit in the dark as I find my way down the towpath, is probably one of the prettiest spots around here. Is that what that says, towpath? Another advantage it has going for it is the fact that, for some arcane reason, almost nobody ever goes there, rendering it a quiet place for thoughts to be had.
Oh, Jesus, that was so loud. Hang on a moment. What's that sound? My pondering is interrupted by aggressive growling and tremendous noise near the bridge. Hold on. Just gotta do something real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Alright, okay, we're good. My curiosity is getting the better of me, and I silently walk over to check the source of the racket. Oh, angry cat. In the glow of lamplight, there's a group of cats staring at each other, hissing and swatting their paws. 4 of them seem to be working together, against a somewhat larger-looking rougher one. Could it be the same one as the one from the other day? It looks like it, and appears to be in trouble. Well, cats don't like when you meddle with their business, and I think they can take it for themselves, so I'm not gonna interrupt the fight. To interfere is a sure way to get all kinds of debilitating diseases? Is that a word? I hang back and wait for the confrontation to resolve itself. They fly at each other in a blurred frenzy of claws and bites, but a few moments later the upstarts row and flee, leaving the lone cat torn but triumphant. Satisfied that it has indeed won the field, it huffs, weary but proud in posture. I sneak closer, but it doesn't look the cat needs or wants my help. It doesn't look like the cat needs or wants my help. Yep. It sits down, tending to its wounds and giving itself time to rest and recover. This cat can clearly manage on its lonesome. Roselle could certainly learn a thing or two from this fellow. Wow, okay. Guess we hate Roselle too. Another certainty is that every great brawler ought to have a nickname, or some sort to go along with their reputation. Well, I'm just gonna name him Scruffy, because there's a Scruffy cat. Scruffy! Right, Scruffy, you clearly run this town. Scruffy starts walking as I follow at a comfortable distance. We follow the canal, a part of the city I'm very familiar with. I glance at the cat, who has some minor cuts and the fur is even more of a mess than usual, but it doesn't seem to bother it at all. What bothers me, though, is the extensive littering for one, and the fact that I have no idea what this cat eats. Come to think about it. Clean up garbage, offer food. Offer food? Oh, I didn't like that. I still have a few treats left, so I fish them out of my pocket and crouch down, offering them from my hand. Scruffy looks at me with a spark of suspicion glinting in the eye, not making any move to approach. I throw a treat between us. It just doesn't want to get close to me. In case it just doesn't want to. I can't read. It walks up to the treat with a scowling expression and swats it dismissively into the water below. Note to self, Scruffy really doesn't like cat treats. I'm not gonna touch the cat. Skip treats over the water. Well, if a cat don't like these things, why bother lugging them out? I weigh a treat in my hand, feeling its weight and shape. I calculate the perfect skip toss in my mind before reeling back, my whole body following into the throw, and I unleash the treat with flawless timing. It cuts through the air with a purpose, its destination preordained, the outcome already determined. With a grateful arc, it drops out of the air, maybe 2 feet away, hits the surface and sinks with an undignified plop. Scruffy does not show signs of amusement, and thusly encouraged, I repeat the procedure until I run out of sweets, the last one managing to skip maybe a centimeter or so. While certainly not the smoothest of friendships, I get the feeling that Scruffy is at least less indifferent towards me. Scruffy and I would have to part our ways for now, but I'm looking forward to meeting again. Once back at work, inspiration hits me. I knew it! I knew this was Sonny, I knew it. I could always write a little piece about the issue of abandoned cats around the city. I knew. After all, I never noticed before, so bringing it to light might result in some good. Just saying, I'm kinda good. I am fortune teller. Returning home in the morning, I met with a surprise. I looked through my pockets for my keys, only to find none. I must have dropped them somewhere. With resignation, I knocked steadily on the door. A short while later, Roselle opens it, with a surprised look on her face. She looks tired. I'm not sure if I woke her up or not, however. I dropped my keys. Oh. I'll have to go looking for them after I've had some sleep. Are you going anywhere? No, not really. With that, we go into our respective rooms. Go to sleep. Well. Good talk, Roselle. Good talk. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. I go to the bakery during the afternoon, this time around as the bakery won't be opened in the weekend due to the move. So this will be the last time I go to this alley. During the walk, I'm sure to keep my eyes peeled in case I drop my keys here, but I'm fairly sure I didn't. I enter the bakery and I'm almost feeling a little nostalgic as I look around. It won't change my routines that much to go to the new place, but I'm a little bit worried about Olive. I ask the owner about it when she hands me my bread. Will you bring the cat along with you to your new place? The owner gently shakes her head. There is no good place for it to stay at the new bakery, and we can't let it inside. Isn't there anyone that can take it home then? We have tried that, but it got really angry and anxious when we tried to carry it away. Hold on. I'm gonna check something. Because I swear I already went past this part. Never mind. Okay, no. I don't know why. It's just, I feel like I've already been through this. It really likes it with us, but when push comes to shove, we'll have no choice but to force it to. I'm sure it'll work somehow. Have you seen a pair of keys, by the way? I've dropped them somewhere. I haven't, but I'm sure to be on the lookout. The owner smiles reassuringly and continues on with the work. Olive's in that box. I leave the bakery feeling ill at ease. Aww. I walk up to Olive and notice that it looks a little bit uneasy, but cheers up when it sees me. The cat must know that something's going on. I should at least try and comfort them before I go. Cheer it up with a little play. Let's turn that frown upside down. Well, not literally. That might not be overly appreciated. I place my fingers up the edge of the cat's bed. I tap the blanket and move them around, catching the cat's eye. I find my opportunity and strike. I poke one of Olive's front paws, and it retracts it immediately, still looking at my fingers. Then the energy begins to return, and Olive reaches out, placing a paw on my finger. It just holds it there, but when I try to withdraw, I notice that it's stuck to me with a claw. Dr. Seuss art. Ouch. I unhook it and play with it some more with a very lazily engaged cat. At the price of... Sorry, I had to cough. Anyways, at the price of my fingers, Olive looks more relaxed. An errant idea leaps around in my mind. What if I brought Olive back home? A tad bold perhaps, but Olive can't stay here. It might just be me being silly, but I can't help but think that Olive likes me too. I'm hardly a cat expert, but I'm no longer a complete novice, and Ro could always help. She's owned quite a few cats over the years after all. Olive lets go of my fingers, looking up at me with sad eyes. Yep, that settles it. I'll have to try. Give cold bluff. Spoil it with further cuddles. I roll up my sleeves and crack my knuckles, a quiet joke to myself. The charm blitzes on, and there's no escaping it. I'll make Olive a happy, not-so-little cat. I begin by scratching behind the cheeks. I run my finger through the thick fur and give it a scratch from the ears to the chin. I move my hands down to the chest and neck digging into the fluffy chest hair. What? Okay, When I scratch the fur over its shoulders, I notice its front paws claw the quilt under it in comfort. The cat rolls over, exposing its tummy, and I give Olive a proper belly rub. Olive must feel spoiled to bits after that. The cat remains on its back, eyes closed, but then gives me a glance. The look seems to say, "Oh, you finished already? Weren't you supposed to be feeling bad?" Olive chases after my hand, demanding to receive more pets, but even though I've been at it for minutes already. When I don't immediately comply, it looks at me with those puppy eyes. Olive certainly seems to want to keep me around, but is that enough for them to follow me home? I'd like to give the cat a little test to see. Walk away and call for it to follow. Walk away and call for it to follow. Would Olive voluntarily follow me out of this alley if I just called for it? Could hardly hurt to try. I give the cat a last pet on its head and then walk away, not stopping before I reach the next street. Not that far of a distance really, but it can be for a small cat. I make eye contact with Olive, that eyes me curiously, yeah, okay. Without breaking it, I crouch down and reach out with a hand. Come here, Olive. I click my tongue and the cat's ears respond, homing in on the sound. I call again, and after some hesitation it makes its way down from its bed. It trots lazily over to me, swaying with every step. I offer my hand for pets. Before accepting it, Olive glares at me, resentful for making it walk all the way over here. But still, it did it, and I'm very proud. I snuggle it properly, and then it comes to the real test. I place my hand around Olive's body and pick up the cat. Gosh, it's heavy. Wow! Are we fat-shaming cats now? Jesus Christ. Bro. It's 2025, man. You can't be fat-shaming. It's rude. Gosh, it's heavy. I shuffle it around so I have a good hold around it, and the cat strokes its face against mine. Seems like Olive passed the test, or maybe it was I that did. I'll have to tell the owner, I'll have to tell the owner and the bakers that I'll take Olive with me. I hesitate at the door, but I don't want to drop the cat now, so I walk in with it in my arms. The owner will have to excuse me, but it's a special occasion. The owner's eyes open in surprise when she saw us. Well, would you look at that? Seems like our little charmer has been charmed itself. It seems like it doesn't mind coming home with me, if that's fine with you guys. Of course! We couldn't be happier that it finds a proper home. And knowing it's you makes us feel even better. Does Roselle know about this? No, I'm just hoping she won't mind. The owner lets out a huge laugh. I can't imagine she ever would. Say hello from me. I will. And I will keep you all updated on Olive. That's what I call it, by the way. Olive? It's a suiting name. I know. Olive and I bid our farewell to the old bakery and the alley. I never found my keys, so they must be down by the canal. First, however, I must break the news to Roselle. Message her beforehand. I don't want to cause her a heart attack, so it's best I warn her. You know that the Bakers are moving out, right? They were looking for someone to take Olive in, and I might have agreed to it. I'm coming home with it right now. I check the phone a few times, and finally it gets marked as read. No reply. The door home is unlocked, and I kick off my shoes before heading to Roselle's room. I reach for the handle, but it's beaten to as Roselle has opened the door for me, letting me in. Aw. How was Olive? Fine, I think. Didn't complain at all on the way here. You didn't reply, so I don't yet know yet. Is it fine for you to let Olive live with us? Of course. Can't let it stay on the street. But we'll have to get it a few things. Yeah, I was thinking of heading out and grabbing the necessities now. You'll need to buy diet food, a litter box, unscented litter. You know what? I can write you a list. That would be great. Oh, I didn't read that part. It's fine. Sure. I hand her the cat and she burrows her face in its fur, taking in the moment. You know what? I need to read that part now. Because... Okay, just gonna skip that past this part. Yep. I need to know what was said, okay? I need to know if she said, I love you, I hate you, okay? I just need to know. Could you help Olive make itself at home and I'll go get it now? Sure. I hand her the cat and she burrows her face in its fur, taking in the moment. Olive looks quite comfortable too. They probably want some time to themselves, so I head out. After a few minutes, I receive a very long list of things I'll have to find. I manage to find nearly all of them and drop them off at home before heading down the canal to look for my keys. Oh my goodness, I cannot speak. I can't stay without them for not much longer. Can't talk.
Scruffy cat area. Oh, it didn't load. As I get to the tow path, it's already becoming dark. I'm placing my hopes on that the setting sun will hit the keys just right and make them shine up. I keep my eyes peeled on the ground, making my way back to my workplace along the canal. A hunch makes me look back, and surely I spot Scruffy following me along with silent steps. I wonder for how long it has been doing that, or why. Possibly to keep an eye on anyone on its turf. The cat keeps stalking me at a slight distance. I ignore it the best I can. My keys are my top priority right now. I walk the entire tow path without noticing them. I guess I'll walk back, check some of the busier areas more carefully. I spot that Scruffy has stopped following me and is playing with something next to the edge of the canal. Is it my keys? Good that it's keeping itself entertained. Search under the bridge, check out what the cat is doing. I'm a bit curious what would interest Scruffy. If my keys can wait this long, they can wait a little longer. The cat is sitting right next to the water and is poking at something casually, almost like it doesn't want to admit that it's playing. When I get closer, I get a better look at the object. Wait, those are my keys Scruffy is playing with. I can't believe that the cat managed to find them. I don't have the time to take a sigh of relief before the cat pokes the keys so they inch closer to the watery doom. I must do something quick to prevent a catastrophe from happening. Wow, catastrophe, okay. Walk up and grab them, run to grab the keys quickly, near slowly and try and grab its attention. Near slowly. I reach out my hand in front of me, trying to mentally keep the cat still. I hunch slightly and walk closer, slowly, careful not to agitate the cat. Is that proper English or am I just tweaking? I don't think I can read. Whatever. It looks at me momentarily before losing interest and looks down at the keys again. Now there, Scruffy. Let's not be hasty. I watch as a paw close in on the bundle. Scruffy! I leap forward, but it's too late. I watch the keys tumble over the edge and I hear the splash echo in my mind. Okay. So here's the thing. If I dive in, the water will get on the cat. But if I don't dive in, I won't get my keys. But there's a chance even if I dive in, I won't get my keys anyway. Plus, you can always make copies of keys, and that costs like, what, $20? It's not that expensive. So, I guess I'll just stare down into the water in my despair. There is no way I can find my keys at the bottom of the canal. I kneel down next to the edge and look down into the blackness. The water is way too dark and deep for me to possibly find my keys. I guess I'll try to get copies for them. Yeah, see? Until then, I'll have to coordinate with Ro and get a new lock for my... Something drifts past me and quiets my bustling thoughts. A cork, I determine. What a coincidence. My keychain is a cork. I spurt into motion to grab it before it drifts any further and pull it out of the water. It's my keys. With them safe in hand, I glance at Scruffy, who has been ignoring the whole ordeal and is cleaning its paw. You're lucky these didn't sink, you know. I sigh and I lean back to catch a quick breath. Go home, hang out with the cat for a little. Play with the cat using the keys. I'll just hang out. Play with the cat using the keys. The cat seemed to like playing with the keys, and under safe conditions, I might dare to capitalize that thing. Oh my god, I just had a seizure. I don't know if you could hear that. I hold them by the cork and I dangle them above Scruffy's head. It doesn't cause much of a reaction. The cat just cocks its head and looks at me. Okay, so that doesn't work. I'll have to try to recreate the conditions if I want it. I'll have to try to recreate the conditions it wanted to play in. I take one hard last look at my keys and drop them on the ground, although making sure they aren't close to any edges. After looking at the keys for a moment, Scruffy reaches out a lazy paw and swats the keys a little closer to the water. Maybe Scruffy just likes to push things off edges. I could replace the keys with something else, but it would just end up littering, so I quit playtime then and there. It's getting late, so I should head home. I give Scruffy a wave and start to walk away. Dun, 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 dun. I walk down the very familiar towpath. I wonder how Rosella's doing at home. After a while, I recognize faint footsteps behind me and turn around to see that Scruffy is still following me. Yes! Second cat secured, I hope. I shrug, thinking it will stop eventually, but as I leave the towpath, it is still following me. You coming with me, huh? Scruffy responds by following along the way to my door. This is my stop. Scruffy has stopped and is looking at me, waiting. Having said goodbye, I open the door, only for Scruffy to waltz on in like it owns the place. The cat looks around and jumps on the sofa to get a better look at things. Ro, we have a visitor! It takes Rosella a moment to make it to her door, and when she steps out, she has Olive in tow. She freezes as she spots Scruffy and turns around to shove Olive back in her room and closes the door. What's going on? Not sure, but it decided to follow me home. Why did you lock Olive away? We can't just throw two cats together who don't know each other and expect things to go well. There is a process for these things, you know. Oh, sorry, Roselle, the great cat whisperer. Jesus. Can't say I do know. How does it work? You have to gradually introduce them to each other. At first, they will just meet through the door, so they have a chance to get used to the other's presence. So Scruffy can stay? If it wants to, I won't be the one to kick it out. We'll need another bowl though, and Scruffy should probably have some richer food. I'll get that tomorrow then. I notice how her attention shifts towards the sofa and how her eyes slowly set on Scruffy. The cat eyes the new human with suspicion, but I know Roselle can get that barrier down in no time. I don't want to disturb her work, so I'll leave her to it. I'll buy the things before my walk tomorrow. Go to sleep. I got the scruffy cat. Yeah, boy. So happy. So happy. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. I've bought a few new things and I'm heading out for my Sunday stroll. By the look of it, this morning Scruffy and Roselle are getting along well, so I'm not the slightest bit worried about leaving them alone together. As I near the pedestrian street, I peel my eyes, trying to spot a certain kitten. I'll most likely find it in its usual spot, but I don't trust it not to have moved. I see the tree in the distance, and it grows closer as I walk. There's no kitten to be seen. I reach the corner and circle around the tree, but I can't see Ginger. Maybe it actually got home. If that were to be the case, it would be great. A meow crushes my hopes and I look around, still not spotting it. The next meow I can tell comes from above, and I look up. Ginger looks down at me from a high up branch in the tree. What's it doing up there? It doesn't look very safe. I haven't climbed a tree in ages, but I did some back in the day. Except for the first part, it looks like a pretty easy climb. Find something to climb on, climb up using raw power, see if you can get it to come down on its own. It isn't certain that Ginger is really stuck, and it would be a shame to do anything risky if it wasn't necessary. I'll try and see if it will come down on its own first. I stand next to the trunk and call to the kitten. Had to take a water break, my vocal cords are dying. Ginger meows back and I see it moving its paw slightly, but not moving away from its spot high up in the tree. After trying some more and giving the kitten some time, I figure it must be actually stuck. It's possible that it's just too scared of the people to come down, but when is Paris ever empty? I have to do something, it needs my help. Find something to climb on. Well, I'm not gonna call somebody. Oh, find something to climb on. I look around, finding a wheeled garbage bin around the corner. I'll put it back when I'm done with it, but for now I pull it next to the tree. Careful not to scare the kitten any further, I climb up on the bin. From there, it's not going too great of a task to find footing at the lowest branch. I look up and the kitten stares back at me, meowing meekly and visibly scared. Someone must have startled it up there, and it doesn't know how to get back down. It looks at me, and I'm fairly sure it recognizes me. Climb with caution. Climb really slowly. I really can't afford scaring it any further up the tree. Ginger is already out on 2 very thin twigs. With all of its claws, it's sticking to the wood, and I don't want it to let go of that grip before I can catch it. I slowly move to the next foothold, and then pause there until Ginger stops watching me. Then I advance to the next spot. It's very slowly going, and my arms feel a bit tired, but I eventually reach the same height that Ginger's at. The kitten, however, is just slightly too far away. I might be able to lean out to grab it, or possibly lure it closer. Coax it with food, reach for it, coax by calling. Reach for it, calling. Here, kitty kitty. I tap where I want Ginger to go as I call out to it. The kitten watches me with big eyes, and its ears twitches like it's being indecisive. In the end, it doesn't want to move. I continue to tap and call out to it again. Come here, kitty, let's get you down from here. Ginger looks away and then back, and I see one of its paws twitch. I tap more rapidly, and the kitten inches forward a little. Come on, Ginger, you can do it. Slowly, it crawls closer, and I say, ugh. Slowly, it crawls closer, and I continue to encourage it. When it's finally close enough, I make sure I sit well before grabbing it with both hands. Ginger meows loudly, but doesn't put up much of a struggle. I bring it close to me and pet it reassuringly before reaching for my bag. It's probably safer for it to be in there. After all, we both have to get down as well. Luckily, I'm better at this than Ginger is, and I make my way down to the fork with ease. I drop down and place my bag on the ground carefully. I bring the kitten back into my arms, and it's looking fine, just a little tired from today's events. Aw. After a few seconds of being safe in my arms on the ground, the kitten falls asleep. I look at it curiously and stroke it gently over its back. It's almost surreal. Now I'm faced with what to do next. I've rescued Ginger from the tree, but I don't want to let go of the kitten again. I don't want to be uncertain whether or not it has a warm place to sleep and food to eat. I'll take it home with me. Yeah, boy, we got all the cats. We can look for its owner, and if we don't find anyone, Ginger can stay with us. Yes, I got all the kitty cats. I am too the great cat whisperer. Yes, not whiskerer. It's just one more cat. Sure, it'll be a lot of work, but with Rose's expertise, we'll easily manage. I make sure to text her that we're coming this time, so she can prepare the place for Ginger. The kitten sleeps the entire walk home, only waking up when I unlock the door. Roselle jumps up from the sofa when she hears us and sneaks up to us. Where's Scruffy? In your room? She reaches out a hand and tenderly strokes the kitten's cheek. Hello there, sleepyhead. Maybe because it isn't very tired, or maybe it's because of Roselle's magic, the kitten isn't scared by her touch. It didn't say isn't tired, it said is tired, I just saw it anyway. It was stuck in a tree, so it's pretty tired right now. Oh no! I'm glad it got down safely. How about we fetch Ginger some food and water and you can tell me all about it? Sounds good. Will you take it? She nods and I hand her the sleepy kitten. Seconds later, it's hungrily feasting on its food, and I sit down next to Ro in the sofa for the first time in a very long time. Is this it? Is there more? Oh no, there's more. Okay. Some time later. There's all the kitty cats. Aw. It has already been, what, almost a year since they all moved in here? So much has happened. The chaos the first weeks when introducing the cats to each other are long over, and they're all getting along very well. Is that a real mouse or a fake mouse? A little too well, actually. Me and Ro are outnumbered 2 to 3 in most matters. Olive and Scruffy have really taken upon themselves to teach the youngest everything they know. Ginger's not shy and scared anymore, but I wish they could have held back in some matters, as the mischievous, playful little thing never ends bringing trouble. We have surprisingly calm time together as we wait for Ro to come back in with the mail. The door bursts open, and in a blur of yellow, Ro bursts in, surprising both me and Ginger. Olive and Scruffy not so much, as the former is still sound asleep, and the latter is seemingly never surprised by anything. Oh, she looks so good now. She doesn't look depressed as fuck. Sorry. Oh, I didn't read that part. It said, hey, Razzie. That's all I saw. I take an exaggerated thinking pose and reply. I don't know. Maybe. No. I then snap my fingers and turn to her. Oh, I know you did. Yep. Her face almost as beaming as her yellow dress. You know, Ro, I'm proud of you. I knew you'd pull through, and look at where you are now. No more hiding away in a dark room and letting your life get away from you. It's great to see the old you back. She's quiet for a moment, but it's a good sort of quiet. I couldn't have done it without you, you know. You helped me more than you think, I bet. Anyway, enough thought of that. I think we both earned ourselves a treat. Well, you did all the earning really, but I won't complain. With that, we leave the apartment under the competent supervision of Scruffy, who would maintain order while we were gone. This is an apartment? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was like an actual house. Whoops. To some extent, at least. What the hell is that word? We meander? We meander around for a good long while before choosing a cafe to stay at. Yep, okay. After that, we continue to walk without any clear destination, like the good old days. Ro and I both stop as we spot a cat in the distance. Oh my god, more cats? We share a smile and both approach it together. Maybe it's not just like the old days. So, now that you graduated, do you still want to go through with it? Of course. The cats help me find myself again, so I want to give something back. We'll need a bigger place. It might take some time, but I want to create a cat shelter better than any other. We crouch down not to frighten the cat as we close in. What should we call it? How about Cateau? Okay, well done. Ah, that is so loud, oh my goodness. My eardrums. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna let the credits roll as I say goodbye. Yeah, so we managed to collect all the cats, and Roselle is now in love with us, so that's another thing. Don't act like I didn't see you blushing, Roselle. I saw it. I know you love us. Yeah, she seems very happy now, and we were able to collect all the cats, and it seems like our future together, we're getting a big house, and we're gonna make a cat shelter. See the photos of the designs. That's the designs of the cats. Yeah. Hi. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for playing. You're welcome. Is there like a ending thing after? No, okay. That was it. And there's no music. Quiet end. Okay. Well, that was a fun game to play. It was almost an hour and a half long, 4 parts. So this is going to be the end for Cateau, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be playing more cool games other than Minecraft. So you just got to be on the lookout for those. But I really enjoyed this game. All there is music, it's just quiet. Turn that back up. So yeah, I'm happy that I managed to collect every single cat, and it seems like at the end we were going to be collecting more. I wish we could have seen the cat that was on the ground, but I guess they didn't want to design another one. Yeah, anyways, thank you for being here through the playthrough of this game, and I hope you have a good day or a good night, and I hope you don't get eaten by bedbugs when you go to sleep. Goodbye.